So this past week, your discussion was related to class and social class inequalities. Um, the questions were intentionally difficult. I know that some of you say, I can't answer this question. But I want you to stop and think for a second that these types of questions are asked every day, multiple times a day. This is what life insurance people are doing all of the time. When somebody dies, they're taking many considerations into factor to determine what they're going to pay out, or as somebody is applying, if they qualify. Do we want to make snap judgments about people? Of course we don't want to, but it happens all the time. So for life insurance companies, they take into consideration things like gender, social class, race, many of these things, health. I mean, if you ever try to get health insurance, there are certain things that are going to disqualify you, even if you are a high-income worker. If you're on antidepressants, it's very difficult to get life insurance. If you are a female, your life is often valued at a lower rate than if you were a male. And that is for a couple of different reasons. Women tend to make less in the workforce. They tend to maybe stay at home and aren't part of the workforce. So women's life insurance values tend to be lower, and that is a direct result of many of the topics we're talking about this semester. So again, very uncomfortable things you don't want to be talking about, but things that are being done every day. On that same topic, if there's a question that's posed and you have no idea how to even start this, Google it. If any of you had Googled how to determine the value of life, there are many, many resources out there. There are formulas. Again, it's a social question, and it seems very unfair, but it is broken down into a mathematical equation. Implicit bias is something that also factors into some of these discussion topics that we're having. I do believe that we hit implicit bias in another chapter, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it here. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? This also fits into some of the deviance stuff that we hit before in terms of life insurance and value of life, and how companies sometimes think it is less costly for them to pay out for a death benefit than it is to make corrections. So there's a lot that we could tackle in terms of social inequality. That's part of why there were the 3 videos, to show things from different perspectives. There are a lot of myths out there about social class, things that tie into the criminal justice system, into things like 1%, working poor. Again, if you're interested in these things, you can take courses that really tackle just one topic at a time. Sociology is just kind of your overview. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. Again, thank you for tackling this difficult question if you did so, and Google it. There's a lot of information out there.